Okay, I want to say this. I'm kind of crying with some because I'm being just, I don't know, discriminated about, against, or whatever, right? Because of my education. I can never know why police officers decided to charge me with stuff I did not do. That's an argument right there. All I know is what I did and did not do. I don't have to have a law degree or convincing or especially if they're not telling me. A court-appointed attorney is not going to be able to show me anything unless you're being honest about what my real charges are and what the problem really is, in which so much information is being withheld from me, not being told to me. But because I don't have a specific education, they're using, and that is a crime, and they're using discrimination also to try to silence me so I cannot file appeals. It's a strategy, it's a tactic, it's illegal because the crimes never did happen. What they charge you with in those criminal cases was unfair, unreliable, and should not have happened at all. But I'm here. They Kenosha Police Department, Kenosha Human Development Services, and St. Catherine's of Frater South, and Rogers Behavioral Health or whatever, along with Kenosha County, Wisconsin, the city of Kenosha, kidnapped me for whatever reason. Whoever else did, Gateway Cafe. And they took my son and my daughter because they said that I was not there to care for them because I was false in prison, unlawfully arrested on August 3rd, 2023, after being gang stalked all that week coming from a court case 2023 CM 000417. Now, that same judge that is on that case is now on this child in need of protection case. Just so happens how it's all being scheduled just so randomly to happen this way. That judge told me that my court date would be that he would see me through a criminal case on a day, right? It was like maybe August 11th or something. But I did see him, but it was for another case. Now, why is he referencing other cases? But the paperwork was all messed up from that criminal case, and other matters had happened where I was told that I can represent myself and that I wouldn't be incompetent in February. But then in April, these mugs sit out there and said that I was incompetent because I did not want to use a public defender. That is a serious thing. Now, I have some issues. I have some problems with this whole situation because I don't have to use a public defender. That's why they said I was incompetent. Then they said my competency would not be restored within an amount of time. So now, one of the reasons why I'm crying because these people are trying to make it seem like I don't see what is happening here, as if I'm blind. And that's what they're going to try to keep using, all these impressions, until they try to drive me insane. And the reason why I said that is because I don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know better. I'm not about to sit up here and play dumb and sick and all this stuff just to get in favor of somebody else. I don't appreciate it. I do not want to scam, steal, fraud. I don't want to mislead. I don't want to do any of that shit. But they're trying to tell me that somebody is much better to understand things than me and telling me what I have and have not read. I read some of the chapter 48, but I read through all of the information that was given to me. The thing about it is, everything has not been given to me. This guardian ad litem ain't trying to really talk to me, but he said because of me talking to him today, it shows that I need somebody else. I didn't even get into the conversation to say anything. He was interrupting me, didn't even hear how I can express myself and explain myself. I don't have to scam. They are in a hurry because they already have come up with a conclusion that they did not include me to know about. I just have to be punished or have the consequences in the struggle. It's all mine. And this is a problem that I have because it's inappropriate. I have so much to say about this, and I have other videos, but I'm about to make me some food soon here. But one other issue I seen was these people talking about this skit from somebody had said something about some leaders or whatever, and how they have mega churches, and a mega church is supposed to be over like 2,000 people or something. And somebody asked, why is like a pastor wearing a coat that's $2,400? Why wouldn't a pastor, of all that you want to talk about in that situation, not have a coat or jacket for $2,400? That's not even a whole lot of money. And to have something that is durable and thorough, you know what I'm saying, that is durable and that feels good, that is made with quality, is important. Not everybody is going to be out here poor. Maybe that is the lower, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that is the lower amount because of where that pastor comes from. And it's so messed up, all this poverty stuff out here where people can't even live their life and who they are. You know what I'm saying? Even if they spend their own money, these must literally assassinating the names, the images. Or maybe not assassinating, but misleading and saying things. But I'm not a Christian. But this shit, I don't care, man. It's still the basis of this. When somebody have put in the work to get to where they are in the situation, to be able to afford leadership, and for people to hear them for whatever number, and to have a style, and to be able to lead wealthy people. If somebody is getting paid, I don't know, $20,000 a month, that is not a whole lot of money. And not only that, it don't matter how much somebody is being paid, they should be able to do whatever they want to do. But it's so much poverty, so much prejudice, so much pure hate and discrimination, envy, where they sit up here or wherever they are punishing those, you know what I'm saying, for wearing something that costs a specific amount of money because they don't have it. Not everybody is preaching or teaching or whatever poverty and death. So Although I'm not in church, the shit is getting beside itself, because it's like, now they talk about materializing. Motherfuckers act like people, they want people to be out of their fucking mind too. They don't want them to speak life and grow. So now they causing indictments out on people's life because they are materializing whatever it is they are materializing, where they are making it make sense, where they are teaching about longevity, prosperity, you know what I'm saying, wealth, generational wealth, how to live through whatever you're going through in your situation. And even if you believe so specifically, you do not have to be tortured going through it. You do not have to be poor and unfit and uneducated. You can be properly educated and know what you are involved with. Have great things, see beautiful people, have someone with their own education teaching you. They walking up and kidnapping people, sending people all to different places, being disrespectful to people's ancestors. You know what I'm saying? But to them, in all actuality, because of their interpretation, as if they have a right to explain how somebody can live their day and their life in 2026. If that is not your concern, keep scrolling. That's the thing. Motherfuckers out here, so many people out there, you know what I'm saying, don't have their own self-control, but try to like tell me I don't have self-control. You don't have to come to my page and see anything that I'm doing, because you are not me. You do not know what I go through. You do not know how serious this is, and you do not know any reasons for the way that I talk, who I talk to, any rationale whatsoever is not any of your concern. Me being who I am is me being who I am. If you do not like it, you do not sit up there and possess yourself to continue to come to me and find shit that I'm doing wrong and not address it specifically. Then hide, not ever show me when, not document it in your job, not address me, not ask to join my live videos to talk and confront me. You know what I'm saying? Not ever bring any rationale to the situation. But they have everything to do with the situation. But always want to put somebody in a state of poverty, sickness, illness, dysfunction, disbelief. Motherfuckers out here trying to convince me that I cannot understand the truth. They want me to get on board and be dishonest and live fucked up and not speak for myself and not stand up for myself and not describe my shit and not appeal what the fuck they doing, not bring it to attention. So they want to sit here and have all those people act like they are so polite and nice, you know what I'm saying, and try to brainwash me and hypnotize me and use things like coercion and try to force me to do unlawful orders. And I see how motherfuckers out there trying to stop people from buying things that is best for them where they are. You don't understand. That's your problem. So many people need and these people, so many have been accustomed to living in apartment spaces. Never their own dwelling. You know what I'm saying? Their communities, they don't even have any real access to if they in church, their church home, their community centers are not even open 24 hours. So they discriminate against probably just to say 50% of the population of their community because they are not open for them. Sometimes people have a day job too. And they work harder than those ones that are out there trying to make it seem like people have to die to be able to get anything. But what if they have already went through baptism? Or I don't know. I really don't know. But what if they went through what they call a watery grave already? Shouldn't they be able to have the luxury now? Shouldn't they be able to have the promises? You don't know what people have afforded them. You don't even know if the designers of whoever it is gave them that stuff. You don't even know if home builders literally built them their property. You know what I'm saying? Their buildings on their own property. You don't know what kind of relationship, and motherfuckers, and so many out here want to bully people until they drive them insane so that they can figure out, instead of just asking, hey, how did you do that? Because they so smart, right? But they want to act like they already fucking know, because they don't want to be on their own and they own what, inadequacies? How is it inadequacy when you want something and you choose on your own not to get it, not to access it? So you sitting around, sneaking around, sneak dissing, not getting an education, not even trying to. You rather sit up on motherfucking Facebook and stalk my page and stalk other motherfuckers and have some kind of rhetoric or dialogue or some kind of whatever you have about somebody else, instead of putting even a percentage of that time and figuring out how to properly do what the fuck you need to do. Then they got motherfuckers out here talking about they're gonna send them to jail. You know what I'm saying? They calling it Caesar. They call the IRS Caesar. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's inappropriate because you know what? Not every motherfucking body is dealing in that source. But they got motherfuckers out here dealing in situations that are inappropriate to just people. Some people don't have to pay the IRS because of who they are. And this is why so many times they are discriminating, forcing those into mental illness, using drugs, prescription drugs, pharmaceuticals as drug abuse. Pumping all kind of different things out here, waging war daily. Easy access to contaminants and poisons and food all the time. It's stressful, it's inappropriate, and I don't have to agree to it. But why are they trying to tell somebody when they tell them, I don't have to pay you taxes? Just because you are an Internal Revenue Service, I'm not giving you my money, especially if my money comes from something that you have no governance over. But when you choose to do your business and go to the IRS and not go to your kingdom, or your community, or to whoever it is, yourself or whoever, and properly file your stuff, and you ask them for their identification number, and you not talk to them and tell them that you are paying your own way, and that they, you know what I'm saying, they stay in their lane and you stay in your own lane, you're gonna run into some trouble. Non-profit organization. But what about you? What are you doing? How are you taking care of your matters? These are questions that I have because I see that it's going on. But they are out here stealing, destroying lives, taking all motherfucking day, and rather somebody be sick, damn near dead, and they want to come and revive, like try to revive me when I'm hanging on by one motherfucking thread of goddamn life and act like they saved me, like they created me. I gotta sit up here and they won't even take my shit serious in court. I can't file with the court. These motherfuckers sit out here abusing. They have no right to do that. They taking me for a joke. They taking me like I'm a motherfucking game. And I don't give a fuck. They sit there, they constantly ignore me, disregard me, and they happy to report that I am empty, that I have nothing, and that I am all these things that I am not. But they choose to keep ignoring my riches. The way that I put myself together constantly and try to steal my life, steal my personality, steal everything I'm about. And because I don't want to be in their government. Because I want to wear what I want to wear and not explain to them why. I had got my bodily fluid, my bowel movement all over my skirt today. Getting up, I had a great bowel movement actually. But when I stood up, my skirt had kind of went into the bucket. And then it went on my pants. And then it went all over the fucking place that, you know what I'm saying, where I was at. My book bag, the ground, shit, my shoes. But I really wouldn't have taken off that skirt. But I still have on my skirt that I've been wearing since 2023. I still have on my shirt that I have been wearing since about August 12th, around August 11th, when I got out of that chapter 51 in 2023. I took off some white I was wearing that I had worn, and motherfuckers was discriminating to me in Kenosha because I had on the same clothes every day. When I was changing my son's clothes the best that I could. I had even planned to go to the laundromat and all kinds of stuff. But I've been wearing this since then. And I have found out when I got out of the hospital that the city of Kenosha has stolen my children from me and taken custody of my children. You're not worthy. I'm not your baby mama. And this is the fucking problem. You keep teaching poor behaviors, humiliating those who are working and trying to make something for themselves, making it seem like that they have to save all their money, never to spend it, just to give it to you for some reason, never to materialize. Fuck materialize. I'm right here. And they deal in whatever it is to make somebody to get so far into the past or some kind of imaginary thing like faith. Just keep hoping that your Prince Charming is going to come. Keep denying yourself because, you know, this is what somebody wants from you. And if you don't behave yourself like that, you're saying, there's your problem. The state of Wisconsin has a program that I seen today. And it deals with abstinence. It's supposed to be health education. They don't tell everybody about that. It's many things out here that is important in education so people can understand that it's not about them. That whatever somebody is doing, they can be successful within themselves. Until something appropriate comes for them. It don't have to be marriage. It don't have to be any fucking thing. Someone can have a child or whatever they want to call it, give birth or whatever it is without having sexual intercourse or being married. And I plan to look further into these things because it matters to me. But all they moms want to teach me is to count on them who are lazy, like poor actions. Every time, yes, when I show up, they abuse me. But they all have these great motherfucking titles out here that they have stolen. None of them are supposed to be in my situation. They are helping me do what? They are not my guardian angels. Because why would I want a guardian angel that constantly insults me and tell me that I'm stupid and I need a dumb motherfucker to speak for me? Ain't no goddamn way I'm gonna keep having to be around some white ass motherfucking woman that's constantly too abusing me, stalking me, getting education. That bitch, they study my fucking shit. They study me. And still say that I'm fucked up. Well, why your dumb ass want to keep coming back? But then they have the nerve to try to lay some long down on me. They say so old man think it's only me or some shit, right? They make me believe that none of this stuff is me. That none of it is real. Until they drive me crazy to try to change it and make me believe that my actions have been theirs, but their actions are because of me. They have all these mechanisms, all these defenses to try to cloud my own judgment and my life. But them motherfuckers go hang in there to tell somebody because they choose to be materialistic. Because they motherfuckers break that shit down. They always say something when I ask them, explain it. You want to bring your nasty ass motherfucking feet to me and saying, walking up on me and my shit and then telling me that I have to live in psychological warfare. And so to only be a spirit, never to care about what happens to my body because they have a plan for me. All I have to do is float through this bitch as if they calling me a ghost. No. And I ain't Casper the Friendly motherfucking ghost. But you ain't understanding what the fuck the ghost can really goddamn be. Your motherfucking worst nightmare. Not mine. I said to that motherfucking guardian that lighter, it's not fair y'all abusing me because I'm not hurrying through my life and getting education when y'all want me to get education. I got a cheap ass motherfucking phone that the speaker don't always motherfucking work right on. You know what I'm saying? That I have sometimes used a external Bluetooth speaker to hear, you know what I'm saying, adequate sound from my phone too. But that ain't nobody concerned about my fucking tone. They are not rounded enough to speak about me because they don't know the shit that I know and that I deal with. Technology, sound, energy, regeneration, life, finance, being who I am, going through the shit that I go through. I don't even have to fucking name it. Healing though. They don't have shit in common with me. And they know it and you know it. Anybody fucking know it. But they claim. I had to tell her, he said he got 38 years of experience. I said, okay, you've been in law for 38 years. You don't have a specific major that you in. You're saying you ain't sitting up here. You have not even read through the criminal case or none of my shit to properly understand. Because if you did, please start talking to me about what the fuck is good and what's real. And then he gonna try to tell me too some of the stuff that I said so happened before. I said, okay, but the problem is, why do y'all keep using up my background and shit and doing whatever and I can't explain and you're not even hearing where I'm going with this. But I told him I'm 39. So because I'm 39, I have way more fucking experience in my own life than he even have in his fucking job. Anything else, he ain't got shit to fucking do with him. It don't have any fucking thing to do with me. I've been out here for 39 motherfucking plus years, nigga. And you been only working in law for perhaps 38 years. Your job is to try to motherfucking tell somebody my best interest from a legal standpoint, and you choose to discriminate and not hear what my interests are, who I am, to know what the fuck I'm going through, so I can try to talk to you and put in words even my fucking feelings. You are not qualified. You ain't genuine. None of that shit. They try to play me like I'm fucking stupid. They try to get off motherfucking track and try to like talk fast. Every fucking thing is in a hurry. They meet with me 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It ain't enough. I don't know them. And then they only talk to me just enough to say that they talk to me. I said, when is the next time I'm gonna talk to you? Oh, he looking up court date. If he don't have no motherfucking time to talk to me on that day of court, he can get the fuck off my case. But the reason why they don't want me to speak in authority like this is because they know that I'm sure. That's why they got the motherfucking bully ass court appointed attorney to fucking put me in all these goddamn chains, and they tighten the motherfucking chains and cuffs and shackles and shit every go round, every motherfucking time. And they act so fucking stupid, and them motherfuckers want to convince me that they're much better than me to represent me. I can't represent myself. Bitch, you not doing shit. The fuck are you doing? Behind my back? Put me up on this shit so that I can understand where you coming from. So that a bitch gonna say that I am using defamation toward her. Bitch, that's all you get. Cause that's all you getting. The fuck you mean? These motherfuckers gonna keep abusing these rags to riches if they motherfucking want to. They're poor. I'm not. Motherfuckers say a workman need not be ashamed. And I don't care if that's somebody else passing. A motherfucker want to send me a fine for using it. I'm saying, just make sure it's thorough and tell me exactly. And I know because I use it. But I don't care. I have to grow up on my own. They want me to be in a hurry for what? What's coming my way? Because if it's something real, I can adjust. But I'm living my own life right now. They ain't told me nothing about shit other than they trying to, and then he gonna try to say, this not about you. He told me it's not about me, it's about my son. So why y'all talking so bad about me? I said, what they doing is criminalizing my son. He didn't even know that he tried to downplay me and try to fuck up my head too. That nigga can be charged. He tried to fuck up my head. And he might be doing it as a joke to see my reply. I don't find it funny, nigga, because this is how see, if I take it seriously and you just playing, I'm gonna be the one to go to jail for yelling at you, for raising my voice, or even motherfucking punching you in your lying ass motherfucking two front motherfucking teeth, nigga. But I ain't gonna hit you. But I'm just saying, you guys get to play around and take my life like it's a fucking joke, and I'm not letting it happen because why is it that you not serious, but I gotta be the one to serve the motherfucking hard ass time? That's how I know these motherfuckers lying and playing with my motherfucking life and trying to use somebody to motherfucking act like, you know what I'm saying, I gotta stand down or I'm never gonna achieve anything in my life. I can do it without a motherfucker. Now, They already have my son set up. This whole shit is in probate. That's why they don't want to talk to me, because I understand. And they don't expect a lot of motherfuckers to understand. When they go try to change the rules, it's going to cause alarm. Their ass going to get audited, questioned. They got to change the paperwork. So they still doing their old tactics. In order for them to continue over there in Kenosha, Wisconsin especially, but Racine, Wisconsin, United States of a motherfucking America, who knows the world? They're going to try to say everybody that they can is mentally ill. I told that Guardian Man Lightning today how they fucking used my dad. He's calling him James, right? I said, and you know. But I said, if you ain't know my dad, why you choose to call him just James and not James Rector Davis? And I told you that his name is James. So motherfuckers ain't stupid. Yes, you got to be professional. But you know my dad wasn't out here on no motherfucking bullshit. And y'all shouldn't have stole his house and had me to go through all this shit. I tried to explain to him. They want me to sit there and to evolve and learn patience. Ain't no patience for this type of situation. I have real responses. And I know that who I am is accurate. If someone is hitting me, I have every reason to hit them. But now I know I have to do what I can to not let them hit me, or if they hit me, to not let them hit me again. I do not want to touch them. I do not want to involve myself in them. I understand that. But that ain't stopping anything. They are trying to drive me out of my mind and trying to make my son a target. Right now, they're scared of him. They are scared of my son. And they are scared of me. But guess what? They're not. You know what they scared of? Going to jail because of me. Going to jail because of my son. Having all their shit taken and them being in the situation because they know that they made up the bullshit rules that break the law. That motherfuckers ain't gonna give a fuck about you because they working, nigga. And so they keep on keeping them. Meanwhile, they want people to be accustomed to being poor and in poverty. This cheap ass shit out here falls apart. It ain't like before when the motherfuckers was saying that. People were making their own stuff. The houses, everything was built, you know what I'm saying, richly and with great materials, manufacturing. This is why they went and stole shit through my dad's house from years ago. Coats and shit cheap. That motherfucking $2,400 coat, a Dior coat, that motherfucker look cheap too. These motherfuckers sit out here and damn near want an arm and a leg to get anything of motherfucking quality. Motherfuckers can't even show their goddamn naked body out here. Now what's the difference if I show my nipples and a man show his nipples, right? Or whoever. But then they want to give a man breast cancer and a woman breast cancer. Fuck y'all. They're stupid. And they're not thinking how I am. And it ain't about my thoughts. Your actions are showing me that you are less than. I'm not going to keep dealing with motherfuckers abusing me. All of this cheap shit out here. And because somebody is in an organization, you expect them to look poor to make you feel better about your fucking self. And they sitting up there bringing information, whether, now talk about it, them motherfuckers on context and whether or not they put out poor doctrine, right? Bad doctrine. Because they are. Saying, but not everybody is. They don't know locations. They don't know shit. They don't have any motherfucking reason. They just get a scripture and say that shit, motherfuckers will fall out and believe the shit, and they'll give everything that they have, and they don't even say that. But they want to say God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. But in God, we motherfucking trust him. I don't get it. They not about to have me on all these programs where I don't have any money to spend, but they're using data to collectively put things in the background where I can't get shit on credit by my name, what's entitled to me, and all, and they discriminate. Just because someone is diagnosed with a mental illness does not mean that I have to be competent or incompetent. But they choose to use that shit as a weapon. And that is what it's called. They weaponize incompetency. And they use it to illegally to delay court, to cause all kinds of interference, to stop me from being able to appeal. It's a tactic because I didn't commit the crime, but they forced me to serve the time. Free time, that was slavery. Why would you arrest somebody? They're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Why would they have to go to jail? And they, especially me, I was out on a signature bond. Why put me in jail? Not even unlimited phone calls. Right? That's what I should have. I should be able to. They didn't give me a tablet, no internet access, and then they made me. I didn't barely have any food. Try to make me motherfucking sign up for religion to get some motherfucking food. Then they try to motherfucking give me some bogus ass shot, right? One day, and then the next day they came trying to steal my motherfucking blood. They wanted me to give my blood and every motherfucking thing to get food. I've seen it. And they want me to forget it. They're trying to say that it never happened. I'm out here. I'm alive. It's happening. I'm about to make this something to eat. I'm jealous.